Yes Welders in the house with the Memorial Day sale, and we're talking 5 different models. But check this out. But this year's Memorial Day sale and these plasma cutters coming from Yes Welder is no joke here. So you actually have 5 different models to choose from, and that's going to be the Cut 65, which is 5/8 of a clean cut. Then you have its max cut, a Cut 55 non-high frequency, and a high frequency, which you've got a 1/2 inch clean cut on that right there. Now you got a Cut 50, and you got the more affordable Cut 45 as your entry level. So Cut 50, you're talking 1/5 of an inch, 1/2 of an inch on the 55, and 65 has a 5/8 clean cut with a 63/64 max cut. So there's a big difference there between the clean cut and the max cut. So if you want to find more details coming from Yes Welder on the Memorial Day sale, check it out, the link down below, guys. You will not be disappointed. But what I like about these units here, they're super friendly, super easy to hook up. There's no additional gas required other than your compressed air gas, as well as a ground, and you are ready to make the cut here. So when you look at the series, you've got a 110 and a 220 dual voltage setup. When you're on the, say we're talking the 65, when you're on the 110 setup, the max amperage you'll be able to use is going to be about 45 amps. Now if you bump over to the 220, now you'll be able to step all the way up to the 65 amps for the maximum cutting of the unit. And that's going to be the same for the Cut 55 DS. So on the 55, when you're on the 110, which will let you know where you're at with that, and you can see you can go up to a 35 amp on that, 45 on the Cut 65. So that's a big difference in the two, but both of these models here are non-high frequency, so they're ideal to use when it comes to plasma tables and things along those lines. Now the lower models, the 55 high frequency, 50 and the 45 being all high frequency, those are not ideal for the plasma, but around the house, cutting your mild steel, aluminum, stainless, you know, it's going to have its different parameters with each one of them. You cannot go wrong having a plasma cutter. Hey, again, you don't need to buy any additional gas, but look, this is, I believe, a size 3 bottle of 100% argon. That cost me $400, and then you got the refill number. But same idea, if you start buying oxygen acetylene and torches and so forth, hey, that adds up. But this right here, out the box, you spend a little change up front and you are making the cut. Again, all you need is a ground, and you've got a nice torch that's doing the rest of the work for you. And they'll have the non-touch pilot arc as well as a little training wheel, so that way you can just glide right across it. And again, coming from someone that's never used it in the very beginning, that out of the box, 15, maybe 20 minutes setting up time, you're rocking and rolling. But as time progresses, you learn the speed, you learn the angle, when it penetrates, as far as the spark coming through, is it kicked out or is it blowing back? Bam. You learn a lot of that. But again, when it comes down to user friendly, hey, this is no joke right here when it comes to these setups here. So again, if you want to find more details on them for the Memorial Day sale, which is a limited time, check the link down below, because you cannot go wrong with the Yes Welder Cut Series for Memorial Day sale. And again, you're talking the 45 up to the 65. But check it out, guys. Find which one's right for you, but drop the questions in the comments.